Several people made vows in the Bible, but today we are going to be looking at the tragic vow that changed everything. We'll look at the dangers of taking rash vows. Welcome again to another interesting episode where we look at the story of Jephthah and his daughter. The tragic vow that changed everything. So in the land of Israel, during the time of the Judges, there was war between the Israelites and their enemies, the Ammonites. Among Israel warriors was a man named Jephthah, a mighty soldier. He was a fearless leader, but he was also a man marked by rejection and sorrow. Rejected by his brothers, he was termed the son of another woman. Rejected by his family, Jephthah fled to the land of Tob, where he gathered a band of outcasts. He became a feared warrior. But fate had other plans. Israel was faced with war. And then these same people who had cast him out came begging for his help. Elders came pleading, "Jephthah, please lead our army, and we would allow you rule over us." Jephthah was very bitter. He said, "You have hated me, and now you want my help." It was a very tough decision, but Jephthah agreed to help them, only if they'll make him their leader. With divine courage, he prepared for battle. But before marching, he made a desperate vow to the Lord, one that would soon cost him dearly. Jephthah prayed, "O Lord, if you give me victory over the Ammonites, I vow that whatever comes out of the doors of my house to meet me when I return shall be yours. I will offer it as a burnt sacrifice." The Lord gave Jephthah a great victory. In the battlefield, there was fierce battle, swords clashing, warriors falling, Jephthah leading the charge, and finally Israel emerged victorious. The Lord gave Jephthah a great victory. The Ammonites were crushed and Israel rejoiced, but Jephthah had no idea what awaited him at home. Jephthah was proud, riding triumphantly toward his home, still in his battle armor. As Jephthah returned, there was a sound of singing, dancing, and joy, and suddenly his worst nightmare unfolded before his very eyes. The door of Jephthah's house swings open, and runs out his only daughter, a young woman filled with joy, twirling with a tambourine, rushing towards her Jephthah's father. Face turned pale, his eyes widened in horror. He stumbles off his horse. Clutching his head, Jephthah wailed, "No, not my daughter. You have brought me to ruin. I made a vow to the Lord. I cannot take it back." The daughter, who was just realizing what was happening, her joyful expression turned into sorrow. Jephthah had made this vow, never imagining that his only child would be the one to greet him first. His happiness turned to horror, his triumph to tragedy. Jephthah's daughter's eyes was filled with sorrow. She said, "Father, if you had made a vow to the Lord, then you must fulfill it. But grant me one request." And that request was for her to go to the mountain with her friends for 2 months and mourn her life. "For I will never marry, never bear children." Unlike her father's rashness, Jephthah's daughter showed courage and grace, and she knew the weight of vows made before God. Yet she did not rebel or curse her father. She accepted her fate with dignity. For 2 months, she and her friends mourned, not her death, as some believe, but the life that she would never have. And when the time came, she returned. What happens next remains one of the greatest debates in biblical history. Some believe Jephthah sacrificed his daughter, fulfilling his vow in the most tragic way. Others believe she was dedicated to lifelong service, never to marry, living the rest of her days devoted to God. What is certain is that Israel mourned her every year, remembering the girl who showed faithfulness, courage, and submission to God's will. This story leaves us with deep lessons. It warns us of the dangers of making rash vows before God, the cost of faithfulness, and the strength of a woman who accepted her fate with grace. What do you think happened to Jephthah's daughter? Was she truly sacrificed or dedicated to God? And what does this story teach us about our own faith today? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's engage together. If you've not liked this video, this is the time to like and subscribe for more inciting Bible stories from us. And until next time, bye.